Hey there, Kyle Souza of thetalkinggeek.com. In this video we'll be solving a logic puzzle, which is why I have the camera on the laptop pointed so far down. We're going to be basically answering a bunch of if-then statements to get to an answer. People are familiar with logic puzzles more so than they realize, but not everybody has fun with them. I don't know how long this video is going to take. I would guess somewhere between 20 and 40 minutes. So watch the first 5 to figure out what we're trying to solve, and then zoom to the end to see the answer, if that's more your style. We're going to be doing the Dell Book of Logic Problems, problem number 3, the Golden Agers by Fred H. Dale. Alright, this one over here. Don't worry, I'll read it all to you. And there will be a picture of it on my blog so you can see all that. I'm going to sit up now, and you're going to focus on what it is that I'm writing. Alright. So, what I've done is I've taken the table that's in here, in number 3, taken this table, and I've made my own terrible copy of it. And I've got a worksheet for me to work on. Notice I'm using a pencil for this, though I used a pen to make this. Also, my dogs are out and awake, and so you may hear them talking or otherwise making noise in the background here. And this is kind of weird with you just seeing the bottom half of my face, but this is how we're going to do it, so I'm not moving the camera around. Alright. The Dell Book of Logic Problems, number 3, The Golden Agers by Fred H. Dale. I'm also doing this all in one take. You're going to see me actually solve it. I have not done this problem yet. If I stumble on my words, my apologies. Berkeley, just sit down. Alright. Let's begin. The Golden Age retirement home has a remarkable group of 5 women. One is named Louise, who are more than 90 years of age. No two are the same age, and none has reached 100. All ages are considered to be in whole numbers. With the aid of the following clues, you should be able to decide the full name and age of each. Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowen's and Miss Jones. Sarah is older than Miss Jones, but younger than Jenny. All the women's ages are in even numbers except Miss Wall's. Susan is neither the oldest nor the youngest. Miss King is as much older than Anna as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. We've left empty boxes in the ages row and column for you to fill them in when you determine what they are. The solution is on page 139. So, we got to figure out the ages of Anna, Jenny, Louise, Sarah, Susan. We also need to match up the first names with the last names being Bowen, Jones, King, Walker, and Wall. So, let's start with what we know. Jenny, so what I'm going to be writing down is, the first thing is Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowen's and Miss Jones. So, if I do first name column and a last name column, first and last names. Last name, now I don't know who's older or younger, Bowen or Jones. Let's see, Sarah is older than Miss Jones, but younger than Jenny. Okay, well if Jenny is halfway between Bowen and Jones, and Sarah is older than Jones, but younger than Jenny, then we know that, I'll put oldest at the top, and head down from there. Sarah is younger than Jenny, but Jenny, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. We got older than Miss Jones. So we got Jones here. And we got Bowen here. All the women's ages are in even numbers except Miss Wall's. Susan is neither the oldest nor the youngest. Okay. Miss King is as much older than Anna as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. So, we start going to our table. Here's my notes so far. If you haven't already fast forwarded to the end, thanks for hanging around. What you can do so now is, well, this is where we actually begin figuring out the problem. So we know Miss King is as much older than Anna as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. So Anna's last name is not Walker and not King. I like to use X's in those boxes for what they're not. I use a dot for what they are. All the way to Miss Waltz. Okay, Sarah is older than Miss Jones. Sarah is not Miss Jones. And Jenny is not Miss Jones. Jenny is also not Miss Bowen. Let's see. Their ages, who are more than 90 years of age, no two are the same age, and none have reached 100. So to me, that means they should be between 91 and 99. But really, it's 92 and 98. Unless Miss Wall is the oldest or youngest, because all the women's ages are in even numbers except Miss Wall. So I guess if Miss Wall ends up being the very youngest or very oldest, then that's not the case. All right, so 91 to 99 for possible ages. Now, I'm not actually saying I'm good at this. I'm just saying I'm going to do it. So be patient with me. Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowen and Miss Jones. Susan is neither the oldest nor the youngest. So Susan can't be here. Sorry, I'll try to talk louder. Susan is neither the oldest nor the youngest. Where is Miss Wall? That's a good question in this list. And we also know Sarah's not Miss Bowen. Forgot to put that X in there. Tempting to look right for the answer, isn't it? But we're not going to look at page 139. Let's start with some if-thens on what these answers might be. Alright, so we have no precise ages of anybody, and we don't know for sure any first name, last name connections. We have a few not last name, first name connections. And we have a rough order of Bowen, Jenny, Jones. Wall is somewhere in there. Wall could be Jenny or Sarah. Could be somebody else. But we know that Susan's not the oldest or the youngest. So if we put Susan in the middle here, just going to go for some more notes. We've got Susan as either the second, third, or fourth person in line. We know that Sarah is younger than Jenny. Jenny is not the oldest. So Sarah is not the oldest. And Anna is not the oldest because Miss King is older than Anna. Miss King is as much older than as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. So if Anna's not the oldest, Sarah's not the oldest, Jenny's not the oldest, that means Louise is the oldest. Let's see if we can figure out who the youngest is. Well, let's also figure this. Let's figure out who the oldest last name is. Let's see if we can figure that out before we move to the youngest. Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowen's and Miss Jones. So Jones is not the oldest. Miss Walker is older than Miss King, so King is not the oldest. Jones, got King. Don't be afraid to make notes. Either Miss Bowen or Miss Walker. Louise could be either one of them. We have some other last names though. We got Wall, but Wall's not the oldest. Feel confident at that. I think Jenny is going to be Miss Wall. I think that's how that's going to turn out. But we'll see. I'm not sure if it's Bowen or Walker for the oldest. So let's come back to that. Alright, so who might be the youngest lady? We know it's not Louise. We know it's not Susan. So that leaves Anna or Anna, Jenny, and Sarah. Sarah is older than Miss Jones, but younger than Jenny. So we know it's not Jenny. We know it's not Louise. We know it's not Susan. Is it Anna or Sarah? Let's see. Sarah is older than Miss Jones. So she is not the youngest. Anna will be the youngest. A-N-N-A. I'm saying Anna. That's just how I'm going to pronounce it for the rest of this video. That puts Sarah here. Alright. So we know that Louise is the oldest, based on the work we did prior. Jenny is between two other people, so she's not the youngest. Sarah is older than Miss Jones, so she's not the youngest. Susan is not the oldest or youngest, so Anna has to be the youngest. Based on all the clues that we have, here's the list I've come up with so far. Louise is the oldest, then Jenny, Susan, Sarah, and Anna. Let's see if we can get some last names in there. So I think, King, Miss King, is older than Anna. So Anna's last name is not King. Sarah is older than Miss Jones, but younger than Jenny. Jenny's last name is not Jones. Jenny's last name can also not be who? Miss King is much older than Anna, as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. I was just reading the fifth clue over again. Miss King is as much older than Anna as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. Sorry, I talk to myself a lot, and I usually do it quietly so as not to disturb people or lead them to believe that I'm crazy. So I'll work on talking louder for this video. Hopefully this helps somebody. We're about 15 minutes in, and I feel like we're about a quarter of the way done. with this problem. See if we can speed that up. Alright, Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowens and Miss Jones. We know that Bowen is older than Jones. Great. Sarah is older than Miss Jones but younger than Jenny. So somewhere in there is a name. Sarah's last name. Jenny is also in there. Susan is neither the other. Okay. Miss King is as much older than Anna as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. So we've got Walker, King. So King is above Anna, which might make Anna Jones. I keep saying Anna instead of Anna. I said I was going to use Anna, but I want to say Anna. We're changing it. Sorry. Gonna go with Anna. My own worst enemy here. Alright. Jones, King, Wall, Walker, Bowen. Let me see if this makes sense. If we do Louise Bowen, Jenny Walker, Susan Wall, Sarah King, Anna Jones. That's the list so far. The last names I've come up with. Here we have this. Let's see if it matches. Louise Bowen would work. Jenny Walker could work. Susan Wall could work. Sarah King could work. Anna Jones could work. I just said Anna again. I can't keep that name straight. Try to ignore me. Well, ignore that. Don't ignore the whole thing. Alright. While I tried to figure out the numbers, I'm now going to just assume that this is the last name order, but I'm not going to finalize it until we figure out some ages. Alright. Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowens and Miss Jones. That does make the last name order that I have here hard, because I have Jenny as the second oldest. I may switch Sarah and Susan. Louise, Jenny, Sarah, Susan, Anna, so that it's Sarah Wall and Susan King. Does that work? That could work with the last names. Let's see. Make a note of that. So that would make Louise the oldest. Now, if Louise was 98, let's see about that. If she's 98, Sarah is older than Miss Jones, okay, but younger than Jenny, right? Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowens and Miss Jones. Alright, if we've got 91, 92, 93, I'm just putting the numbers of what their ages could be at the bottom of my sheet so I can visualize better. It's a big part of what this video is for, you to have tools, not to watch me do something, but for you to know how to do this yourself. Okay? So that's what I did, is I wrote them down at the bottom. I put her there. I put Jenny there. Louise there. Anna there. Miss King is as much older than Anna as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. So the distance between Anna and King are the same as Anna and Walker. You know, I think I need to switch this. I think it's Louise Bowen, Jenny Wall, then either Sarah or Susan Walker, and then Sarah or Susan King, whoever it wasn't, and then Anna Jones. We'll try to solidify that shortly. 21 minutes in. 21 and a half, more like it. Alright, what else? Alright. So, Miss King is much older than Anna, as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. King and Walker. I haven't looked at this answer key, but I hope it shows us how to get to the right answer if I'm wrong about any of this. So what I have is, I think that Anna is 92, Miss King is 93, Miss Walker is 94, Jenny's 95, and Louise is 98. Let's see what might contradict that. Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowen and Miss Jones. I believe that Louise is Miss Bowen and Anna is Miss Jones, so that checks out. Sarah is older than Miss Jones, Anna. So Anna Jones, Louise Bowen, Jenny Wall. Okay. It's older than Miss Jones, but younger than Jenny, which will put her at either 93 or 94, if Jenny's 95 and Anna is 92. All the women's ages are in even numbers except Miss Wall's. Alright, that doesn't work, because I have a 93 and a 95. Forgot about that one. So, that doesn't work. Now, I feel very confident about Anna Jones and Louise Bowen. Hopefully not to my own detriment. So I'm going to cross out 91, 92. And I'm seeing about SK being either Sarah or Susan King being 96. Though it could be SW. Let's try to solidify that. Again, this is going off the assumption that Jenny Wall is 95. Let's see here. Jenny's age is halfway between Miss Bowen's and Miss Jones. Check. Sarah is older than Miss Jones, but younger than Jenny. So that would be Sarah Walker. makes it Louise Bowen, Jenny Wall, Susan King, Sarah Walker, Anna Jones. All the women's ages are in even numbers except Miss Wall's. Oh, it's supposed to be Susan. Make sure your notes are clear. Walker, King. Alright, it should be Susan Walker and Sarah King. Berkeley. That's enough drinking water right now, okay? Just wait. That's what I was talking about with the dogs making noises. You're a good boy. Don't worry. You'll be able to drink soon. Let me just finish this. People are putting up with me enough as is. Alright. Susan is neither the oldest nor the youngest. Great. Okay, Miss King. Sarah is older than Miss Jones, but younger than Jenny. So we know for sure, at least I'm confident, Sarah is 94. I'm going to fill that in here. That Sarah is 94. Sarah is 94. Alright. Got that written down just as a note. Miss King is much older than Anna, as Miss Walker is older than Miss King. So that will put, yeah, Sarah King and Susan Walker. Because Sarah's older than Miss Jones, Anna. Miss King is older than Anna. And then that's by 2 years, 92 to 94. As Miss Walker is older than Miss King, which is another 2 years, which makes her 96, which puts Susan at 96. Susan is neither the oldest nor youngest, blah, blah, blah. All women's ages are even except for Miss Wall's, Jenny Wall. Okay, so let's go fill that in here. If I have Louise Bowen, and then she is 98. We've got Anna Jones. She is the youngest. Chipper, 92. We've got Jenny Wall in the middle at 95. We've got Sarah King at 94. And Susan Walker at 96. So that makes Miss Bowen is 98. Miss Jones 92. Miss King is 94. Miss Walker is 96. Miss Wall is 95. Alright, so here's what I've come up with. Alright, 29.5 minutes. Let's see if I'm anything close to right here. Alright, 139. That's where my answer is 139. Alright, the Golden Agers. Alright, short answer is Anna Jones, 92. Check. Sarah King, 94. Check. Jenny Wall, 95. Check. Susan Walker, 96. Check. Louise Bowen, 98. Check. Boom. Look at that. In less than 30 minutes. You read all that? Oh, yeah. Got it right. Okay. Let me read what they have, because they do have a paragraph here. Neither Jenny, clue 1, Sarah, clue 2, nor Susan, clue 4, is either the oldest or youngest, and Anna is not the oldest, clue 5. Louise is thus the oldest. Anna is the youngest. The women's ages, as stated, may range from 91 to 99, inclusive. By clue 3, the ages of 4 must be 92, 94, 96, and 98. Anna cannot be 91, since that would require another odd-numbered age in the group, clue 5. So she is 92. She is not Miss Bowen, clues 1 and 2, Miss King or Miss Walker, clue 5. Nor can she be the odd-numbered aged Miss Wall, clue 3, so she is Miss Jones. Thus, by clue 5, Miss King must be 94, and Miss Walker, 96. Miss Bowen must be Louise, 98. Jenny, then, is 95, clue 1, and is Miss Wall, clue 3. Sarah is Miss King, clue 2. Susan, by elimination, is Miss Walker. In summary, the 5 in their ages are Anna Jones, 92, Sarah King, 94, Jenny Walker, 95, Jenny Wall, 95, Susan Walker, 96, and Louise Bowen, 98. Stumbled on my words. I'll show the answers again. All right, and my table. All right, for what there is worth reading there. All my notes here. All right, 32 minutes. So logic puzzles are fun. I like them. I picked up this book at a Goodwill, I think it was. Probably. I don't think this one was half-price books. And it's an old book. It's put out by Dell Publishing Company, which is a book publisher. They got into comics for a bit, but they did lots of cool stuff. This book has 75 problems in it, but when was it made? Let's see, what year did this come out? Copyright 1984, before I was born. So it's got easy, medium, hard, and challenger questions. So this one was an easy problem, and it took me 30 minutes. If you like logic problems, send one in to me, or send in a book recommendation or something like that. I've got a lot more to work through. Thank you very much for watching. Check out thetalkinggeek.com if you like things. I'm Kyle. Bye.